Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Marvel Future Fighter video, guys. If you want to have access to all the best content for Marvel Future Fighter, especially free-to-play content, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the bell so you get notified when I post a new video or go live with a live stream. We stream with Marvel Future Fighter every Wednesday and the Friday night 7 p.m. Pacific time. Giveaway is on every Friday night stream, and also we do cover Marvel Future Revolution for all the Marvel fans out there every it's Thursday and Saturday night 7 p.m. Pacific time. So guys, today we're going to be testing Taskmaster at tier 3 with uniform in Alliance Battle Extreme. I want to see what he can actually achieve in Alliance Battle Extreme with a normal damage proc. So you see, we can see if is a good characters for there if you do not have the metas that are Namer, Carnage, or Apocalypse, which either are paywall or kind of what expensive to build, like Apocalypse is quite expensive. So after that, I want to see, in 4th position, can Taskmaster with his new tier 3 ability can actually be able to perform decently in there, especially that during the paralyzed season he has a paralyze, so that's actually quite helpful. So we're going to be taking a look at my wow, Taskmaster, and we're gonna go in Alliance Battle Extreme and we're gonna be testing in out. So first thing is, let's jump into the team here. We have a Taskmaster. My Taskmaster, by the way guys, hashtag free to play here, rank 99, hashtag free to play. I'm expecting that by the end of this ranking event for him, I still shall have him into the top 500, but I think that my rank is gonna drop a lot in the next few days in my opinion. But anyway guys, this is my Taskmaster. Let's take a quick look at his stats. We have max cooldown, maximum defense, max critical damage, almost max critical rate. We have max attack speed. We have 39,000 physical attack, which is actually pretty solid. And obviously we build them as a damaging characters. We did not build them as a support characters because he is my only combat supervillain that I do have to either awaken or tier 3. So very important here. If we look at the gear here, guys, you can see we have a bunch of blessing. We have a total of 8 blessing on him, if I can count right. So 8 blessing on him. We have a pretty solid build, definitely pretty solid build, but he's actually delivering the goods too on the performances. We're going to be able to use him as a main character to actually kill Wall Boss Legend when we unlock it. So that is why we actually focus our resources a little bit on him. And also I did not really have any other physical characters to actually drop all of that on, so we went on him, which I think is good in my opinion. Anyway, enhancement type is rank 4, which does not matter for Alliance Battle Extreme. We have fully awakened Hawkeye's ESO set, so the stats we get from there is 8.5% all attack, critical rate, critical damage, 8.1% dodge, 8.1% cooldown duration, with 40% increase of all attack for 20 seconds. So those are the stats we have from the ESO set. Custom gear, we have a critical damage 39.2% here and 180% proc. And the uniform, we have the uniform to mythical, but we have no uniform option as we did not get any of those uniform. None of those uniform are for gold. I think maybe this one, no. All those uniform are actually for crystal sale. Wow, I cannot get. I know that this uniform for crystal, this uniform for crystal, this uniform for crystal, this uniform might be the only one. I'm not sure. No, it is for crystal, and I hate to have to go back there every single time. And this uniform is for crystal, so we're not getting bonus uniform for crystal, only when it's for gold. So that is the best build we're gonna have as a free to play account, guys. And if we actually take a look at his skills, here you can see paralyzing that tier 3 ability, which is going to be very, very, very important to sync the ability for when we actually need to use Paralyze against the Frost Beast is tier 2 passive, guaranteed critical rate increased by 20%, ignore target dodge rate by 20%, which is very important. Also apply to all Weapon Master ally. If we look at his tier 1 passive, guaranteed dodge rate increased by 40% when HP is below 50%. Ignore defense, we don't care. His leadership is actually pretty good as a self leadership, 35% increase of all attack, all defense, and all speed by 10%. And then if we look at the active skill, the 5th skill will give you accumulated damage and invincibility, also defense down. The 4th skill will give you 35% critical rate increase. So yeah, definitely my critical rate is way over the cap on him. Technically, you only want to have 40% critical rate, but I want to put some blessing on him, which had the critical rate on them, so that's what we went for. It's not that much option when you have good critical rate and critical damage on cards these days. It's like you kind of stuck where you put pretty much anything you have around just to get more physical attack, pretty much. Second skills, first skill does not do that much. Also, the first skill decrease all damage received, which does not really matter in Alan's Ball Extreme. So where are we going to be syncing that proc, guys? We're going to be syncing that proc on the 5th skill and the tier 3 skills if we can. That is the way we're going to try to sync that proc as much as possible. Pretty much we're going to try to keep the 3rd skill up as much as possible so we can have our super armor up and immunity to all damage. We're going to try to keep the 4th skill up for the all attack buff increase, and I guess we're going to cap our critical rate with that. Then we can get a proc on the 5th skill and on the tier 3 skill. That is what we're going to try to do. Let's go in Alan's Battle, guys, and see how it goes, right? I haven't tested him in Alan's Battle Extreme yet, guys, so that's going to be very, very interesting to see what we can actually do. Now, for team up, there's not much here, to be honest, so what we're going to be going with is pretty simple. We're going to go Scream and Venom just for a regular team up here. We don't actually care. I wish we had some support to put with this guy, but there is literally nothing to go with him, sadly, so yeah, that's that. So we're gonna set him up there, and we're gonna jump in there and test this out, guys. If I can score anything close to 2 million, I'll be happy here. If we can score more than that, I'll be even happier. But I'm trying to not have my hopes too high because I don't think he's gonna be a main Alan's Battle Extreme characters. I think he's gonna be a great support for World Boss Legend that can actually do low to mid level in World Boss Legend as a solo character. That's my expectation for this character for now. So let's see how this is gonna go. So we're gonna start with the 5th skill to get started, which is not as good as we wanted there. I was expecting a little bit better. Okay, there we go. We're getting a little bit more damage now. Again, we're gonna try to tier 3 is available. Let's see how much damage we're gonna get on that tier 3. I'm not impressed with that tier 3 so far, at least in Alan's Battle Extreme. I know it does a lot better because of the defense down in World Boss Ultimate, that's for sure. I'm gonna try to sync both 5th skill and tier 3 together. See what does the best. Okay. So doesn't seem like it's going to be the best now. Here we lost the proc, but we have to trigger that that tier 3 as soon as possible. So we're waiting for the paralyze here, and boom, we're gonna hit that. Should I actually get a proc, or maybe not? So we're gonna follow with the 5th skill right away here to actually get the proc on the 5th skill and getting some decent damage too, which is nice. So you can see this is definitely not going to be an ultimate run. Now, if you really want to do a lot of damage with this guy, you actually need to go with a CTPF rage because that's what works best with him. But you can see here, we are still getting some decent result. We should have got a proc way earlier here. We should be able to do for over 2 million here, which, like I said, if I can reach 2 million, I'll be pretty happy. So I shall be pretty happy, right? Now we're gonna give him time to jump in the middle, wait for the paralyzed icon to appear, and boom, tier 3 ability. Get the proc on this shit. 1, 2 tier 3 is ready again. Great, tier 3 here. So yeah, we're gonna be doing an easy 2 million. So I guess we're gonna be right where we expected. Now we lost that tier 3 ability. We can that proc, we cannot use that tier 3 ability right now, guys, because he's gonna go in transition before we can actually get it ready again. So we are just going to wait here till he jumps again and trigger that paralyze again. There we go, the jump is happening. We're gonna move here and we're gonna wait. There we go, tier 3 ability. And we are just gonna finish that rotation pretty decently, I guess, without support characters doing a 2 million with a lot of miss proc too. I know I'm bad at this. A lot of miss proc. I think we are actually doing pretty solid here. We're gonna have one more tier 3 ability here. That's gonna give us our 2 million. That was not the flawless 2 millions we wanted, but hey, I'm being able to do 2 million here instead of doing 600,000 with, for example, with my Molten Man. I'm pretty happy with that, guys. I'm pretty happy considering that this guy is supposed to be a support character only. So I'm pretty damn happy with the result I am able to get here. That is without a single doubt, guys. Well, probably my Molten Man will probably be able to get like 800 if we use him as a support with him. But still, that is a nice improvement. That gets me above the 1 million in score and improve my score to 2 million. So I'm pretty happy with that. And definitely, if we had a rage on this guy, could probably bump up this score close to the 4 million. So I think that somebody with the great cards could definitely get up to about 5 million with this guy. It's not as good as Apocalypse, it's not as good as Namer, it's not as good as Carnage, but I do believe that the fact that this guy can also be used as support characters at the same time, this is a very great investment for a free to play account, because you're going to be able to get some great result while you don't have many tier 3 around at first, and then eventually you can actually convert this guy into a full support characters that will be, you know, assisting your other characters in World Boss Legend, Alliance Battle Extreme along the road, instead of being a main characters at that point. So I think that's actually pretty solid. Honestly, I am pretty satisfied with that tier 3 Taskmaster. I do believe that if we had better cards, like if we look at those cards effect here, you know, my physical attack is actually pretty low. We only have 46.6% physical attack. So I think that if we had that physical attack like to up to 70-80%, we could be doing much better. If we have that pierce much higher, we could be doing much better. If we have actually characters that can actually get synergy with him in the Alliance Battle Extreme, we could be getting a lot better too. Anyway, guys, I'm pretty happy with the result we're getting with him. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but for me, I think this is a very solid solid territory to get for free-to-play players, and it's a solid territory to get for more advanced players for World Boss Legends. So overall, guys, this is an awesome territory. Will help you in every part of the game, and yeah, you should get him if you're thinking about it, guys. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all we had for this video. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you guys think of tier 3 Taskmaster. Or are you going to get him to tier 3? Or are you going to ignore the fact that he now has a tier 3? Let me know in the comment section. So also, guys, there is something coming soon to the channel. Boom, Moonstones is now awakened. So pretty soon, guys, we're going to be talking about, or we just need to wait for all uniform cell so we can actually get that CTPF energy for her. Then boom, we're going to be making a video about her and see what she can actually do as on a free to play account. So make sure you keep an eye on the channel for that, guys. And also, when we get that uniform cell, we're going to have Super Giant ready. She is almost finished. We just need to get one more gear to level 25, and then she's gonna be fully awakened, transcendent, whatever you want to call it these days. She's gonna be totally finished, and we're gonna be able to test her out when we actually get to uniform sell for her too. So a lot of content coming to the channel, guys. Hashtag free to play, which is actually pretty awesome. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my amazing community, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.